Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the second-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Gamecocks will kick this away to get us going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Heading left after the handoff. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And there's the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year. But with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's 3rd down and 2. Can he get there on the ground? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That is a great job by this defense. The defensive line really taking control up front. I love how those linebackers flowed on that play. Nice tackle for a loss. It sets up the 4th down.
They'll kick it away here. Coverage seam brings down the returner. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills in summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. And the Gamecocks will bring their punt team onto the field. And the offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. Decides not to fair catch it, but he is tackled immediately. Gutsy move, but didn't produce much. Georgia offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The sure hands. It's Frazier. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw, but I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The offense will take their first time out of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. On the ground, it's Frazier. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Tuggle. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And that run produces a decent gain.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Dogs come to the line in the hurry up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. Of course, they'll decline the offsides penalty, and the touchdown will stand. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Now rolling out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Play action fake, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
Third down after that running play. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And moves the ball to the 35, another first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. They'll try the left side with a toss. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there, breaking tackles. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
Georgia 7, South Carolina 0.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Evans. Brought down with the completion, moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Love to see the positive yards here. Down inside the 10-yard line, you're looking for anything to get closer to the goal line. Now it's going to set up 3rd and goal. Got to find a way to get this ball into the end zone.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. Handoff on a single back formation. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the 1st down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Complete with the running back, but can he get there? Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Using his legs, it's Frazier.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Tailback with another carry. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
The Bulldogs are in the red zone. Oh, here comes the reverse. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
But the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll run it here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now.
Hey, I really like the idea on 3rd down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down. Sometimes that can work out. But the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time. I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Bringing it out, it's Bennett. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And they hand it off to the back. Breaking tackles.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Second down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's Sellers. That pass is caught. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Hunt. Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking for some space. It's Haynes. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Makes a quick grab. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This quarterback on fire today. See if they can convert the point after. PAT is good. They trail now by 10, 17-7. Now they get set to kick it away.
17, South Carolina, 7.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Picks up some blocks. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He's going to score. Special teams making a monster play. The returner gets the touchdown, but a bunch of guys contributed that time, Kurt.
Yeah, exactly right. The blocks up front really set the tone to be able to give him his chance. You don't see this happen very often in this game where a guy gets a chance to have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything has to be just perfect, and of course, he had the speed to be able to get it all the way to the end zone.
Point after, up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
South Carolina offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quick throw. The catch is made. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made after a big gain. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The Gamecocks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. That's a design quarterback keeper. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. No huddle here for the offense. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks line it up with 1st and goal. Back to throw. It's Sellers. Caught quickly. Touchdown, South Carolina. Strong game by this quarterback.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And that one's picked off. What a play. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's incomplete, a last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to start the second half. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. And they get the second half started with a running play. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. To throw, it's Sellers. It's a quick grab. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. It's a shotgun run call. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside of the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Grab down the middle. It's Hunt. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Gamecocks pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He breaks free. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, grabs it near the sideline. It's a huge gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
This defense reminds me of a group that just is all about preparation. They are completely dialed in on this play. Yeah, they give up the completion, but how about that? Nowhere to go after the catch.
To throw, it's Sellers. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Looking for 6. And it's a touchdown. But wait, looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Looking for a gap. It's ETN. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 40. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important. in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Important second down play coming up. And he's got it again. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
They'll run it to the left. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
The defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Handoff to the right side. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that third down catch.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And that is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Two-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. On first down, it's play action. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Oh, it's a reverse. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline. The backside contained. And that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 24, South Carolina 17.
Back to pass. It's Sellers. Escapes the pocket. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Well, there you go. You save your best scramble today for a bit of a situation in the fourth quarter, and you pick up the first. I mean, you don't want to use that early in the game, right? You want to make sure you save it for the exact moment and the key time and key moment in the game, and that's what he did. Although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way, but a great job of using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing it was time to go.
The shotgun handoff here. Tackle, but first down. And the Gamecocks hustle to the line to run the hurry out. And the wideout goes in motion. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Finding some room with the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
South Carolina. Number 17 with the carry.
Kicking team out for the PAT try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter.
That ties the game.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Tuggle. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
Georgia Bulldogs will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. On the run, it's Etienne. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up under the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. Quarterback drops back. Finds his man. It's Evans. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
First down.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. That's the RPO caught to the right. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a 1st down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Boy, when you're running your quote-unquote 4-minute offense, it's a combination of working the clock and getting productive yards. They were doing that. And then to end it with a fumble just ruins that opportunity. Now you give your opponent a chance to not just get the recovery, but a chance to go down and win the game.
And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Takes it inside the 40. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And first down for the offense.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him, but it's a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. They test the middle there, but get nothing. The Gamecocks will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Quick throw caught on the left side. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets it. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They're going to run it here. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. First and goal, final 2 minutes. A chance for the offense to break the tie here very late. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Defense takes their third and final timeout of the half to talk strategy.
Well, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Third and goal, will try to run it in. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Well, here we are now on fourth down, Chris, and at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And it's celebration time on the sideline there as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Georgia offense is back out on the field. So it's going to come down to this, Kirk. Can this offense execute when it matters most?
Chris, it's a rivalry game. It's a 2-minute drill. You work on this all year, especially.
And here comes a deep shot. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
And the Gamecocks hope to be able to run this clock out of the final minute and secure the W. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.